If every single time you get stressed, you reach for your same old coping mechanisms, whether that's binge eating, that's scrolling on your phone, maybe it's porn, maybe it's alcohol, maybe it's drugs, whatever it is, you are now conditioned to reach for that thing. Your brain is trained to go into that direction every single time. And the good news is you can retrain it. I have had to retrain my brain and my mindset for years. First off, I have had many bad habits in my life, but I just want to start off with when I was 50 pounds heavier, I constantly went to binge eating. This was such a big thing for me. I was the most big bagged person you've ever met. I mean, I would go to one fast food restaurant and then another. Like, I would spiral and I would just eat and eat and eat. And it wasn't even because I was hungry, it was because I was stressed out with other factors of my life. And that was my coping mechanism. Your brain loves patterns, it reaches for whatever it's practiced, whatever you've gotten used to. If you've practiced self destructive coping mechanisms, then that is exactly what your brain is going to hand you every single time you get stressed or angry. Your brain is not loyal and it just repeats whatever it is that you've rehearsed. Luke 11:24-26 says, "When the unclean spirit goes out of a man, it passes through waterless places seeking rest. And not finding any, it says, I will return to my house for which I came. And when it comes, it finds it swept and put in order. Then it goes out and takes along 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they go in and live there, and the last state of the man becomes worse than the first." When you get rid of a harmful habit, a coping mechanism, a sin, you must replace it with something good, or that old thing is going to come back with vengeance. This isn't just necessarily spiritual, it's psychological. If you remove a destructive habit in your life, but you don't replace it with a healthy one, your brain will go straight back to what it's familiar with. Something I've had to learn to do is swapping my habits. So instead of, when I was trying to lose all my weight, binge eating every single time I got stressed, I told myself, when I'm stressed, I have to go on a walk. Or feeling overwhelmed, instead of scrolling on my phone, that meant it was time to read my Bible. These things don't just happen like that, so don't get onto yourself if you're doing really good and then something happens. Okay, we're looking for consistency here, not perfection. But I wanted to add this in about reward systems. I think rewarding yourself is super important. It is really good for the brain, but reward yourself in a way that is going to move you forward and not move you back. So if my goal was I want to lose 20 pounds, and every single time I lost 1 pound, I said, oh my gosh, like, let's celebrate and have a cheat day. How is that moving me anywhere closer to that goal? I'm just gaining it back. That's like saving a bunch of money and then celebrating that you've saved all that money by spending all of your savings. Like, it makes no sense. So if you can choose a reward for yourself that is still rewarding for you, you're still happy, you're still pleased, it brings you joy, but it also moves the needle forward. I don't know, maybe that's like buying a new outfit, maybe that's going to get a massage. It's something that is actually going to help you and not bring you back 5 steps. I used to do that all the time, where I would reward myself with food, and then it finally clicks and I'm like, okay, training my reward system to sabotage myself is wild, and we are absolutely retired from that. We don't do that anymore. This is about an identity shift. When you're trying to change something in your life, don't just ask yourself, what do I need to do to change? Ask yourself, who am I becoming? If you want to be the person that loses the 20 pounds or gets the abs or starts that business or has a deeper relationship with God, then align your habits with that person and not the old you. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. So just to get a little bit practical here and actionable, I wrote down a list of 5 different steps that are going to help you actually achieve this. So number 1, identify your stress trigger. What is it that you do when you get stressed? 2 is choose one replacement habit. Okay, don't go trying to switch everything up all at once. Just choose one. I've tried it that way. The all or nothing mentality will fail you every time. I promise you, it took me like over a decade to lose the weight and to change many things in my life. So we're choosing one replacement habit. 3 is just practice it every single time the trigger hits. And like I said earlier in the video, like, it's not going to happen immediately, or there are going to be times where you're doing really good and then all of a sudden you do bad and you feel like you failed. But here's the thing, we are looking for consistency here, not perfection, because you're never going to be perfect. None of us are ever going to be perfect. So look for consistency. If you fall back down, get back up again. Chicken Little said it best. Literally, the next one was celebrate consistency, not perfection. We just went over that. And number 5, last but not least, is pray and ask God to strengthen what you're already building. You're not broken. You've just trained your brain to run to the wrong things. And God's not mad at you. He just wants you equipped so that even greater things can come into your life. Almost everything is in your habits. Your habits can either destroy your future or they can help build it. So train your defaults, protect your calling, and don't let your stress make the decisions for you anymore. My name's Cinnamon. I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. I love you.